What up? What's me? What up? Hi Lionhearts, we are back. Not in the lion's den, but we're still back with our beloved roaring lion. And we're giving you a quick update again on our 30 for 30 checklist and how we've been recently. Actually, we're probably going to focus really quickly on something Gayon and I have been kind of toying with recently. In her 30 for 30 checklist, wanting to get more active and including her tennis, her passion for tennis and wanting to get back into that. She's been doing that, and in one of her updates, she had a hilarious story which I want her to share. Hilarious. So, joined a tennis league about a month ago, and it's the Fort Lauderdale Tennis League. It's one of many. And I decided that the reason why I wanted to join the tennis league is I needed appropriate time for just random play, but also appropriate time to actually play competitively. And so I played 2 weeks ago against a guy who's really good up on his skills. And it was like really good, because in tennis you want to play against people who are better than you, right? In the middle of the game, or actually at the end of the game, after I lost 1-10, we start talking and he says to me, he's like, hey, you're really good, but your serves are just kind of, really lousy. And I'm like, yeah, I know. And he says to me, do you even practice? No, I don't. And so it was just a nice, embarrassing light bulb moment about the priority of practicing in your life. A lot of times we don't use the term practice. We become adults. Hobbies become the term that we use for things that we like. We do our hobbies or leisure activities, or we call, our professional education, right? Right. But at the end of the day, it was like, do you practice? And all I could say is no. Yeah. I'm not practicing. Right. And why that story was so impactful to me, she made an analogy, which she doesn't even remember. Sure. But, she was like, she realizes that competition to sports, it's almost like what business is to our passions. So for sports, when you decide to not just randomly play and go serve some balls and not care where they end up, you're not watching the scoreboard. You're not, you're not really as in tune with, are you progressing and are you sharpening, your skills, in a strategic manner. When you are in a competition, you're playing to win, and you are very conscious of, these are my flaws. This is not producing any results. I am not scoring. I need a strategy. How can I level up? All these things become so clear. And when she made that analogy to even business, for me, realizing that I've been bad in having a past entrepreneurial venture that I completely just failed in, because I did not prepare a lot of the behind-the-scenes business skills and knowledge that was needed. It really hit me, that analogy, and I was like, in business, we also have to be so, business really puts all the flaws and the lack of strategy out there for your passions. Oh my gosh. You can talk so much about having a passion, or having a call from God to do something, or having a message or a voice, and be doing it so willy-nilly, it's not really effective, it's not impacting or reaching anyone, all the above. But when it's a business makes that very clear to you. And a lot of times what we'll do, like for me, I got discouraged, but really God just exposed that, Robyn, you need to prepare. It doesn't matter how much this is a passion, it doesn't matter how much this is a call from God, a gifting, a talent, a skill, whatever it is that we sometimes consider these things that we want to do. If we want to do it, if you're really going to show up to do this thing, then you need to make sure it's effective. Yeah. You need to make sure it's impactful, and so you need to prepare. Like, we need to prepare, and I'm realizing, even with UNCAGED, and guys, I'm sorry, that's my phone going off, that we need to prepare and have a mind to win and to actually that's good. Produce results. Yeah. Produce results, whether in our hobbies, just tennis,
whether in our finances,
Yeah.
whether in who we're spending time with to, impact them, whether it's in our passions, produce results. And if so, be strategic and practice and prepare. What are you doing so you know where you're going? Yeah. So we pretty much wanted to share that. It was very encouraging to me to share that story, and just made me realize, man, for this 30 for 30, it's not just, we can't just be going into it, which is good. Starting is good, like she started, just going into the games. But in going into the games, it showed her what she was weak in.
It did show me what I was weak in. And it reminded me of this verse that it says in Galatians 6:7, do not be deceived, God cannot be mocked. You reap what you will sow. What you sow, you will reap.
Yes.
That's the verse. And it plays out in so many areas of our lives.
Yes.
Professionally, at your job. If we were to take, again, the analogy of what she said, the tennis and also the business, you got to play to win. You can't just be playing all the time. And I'm using that term playing loosely, but you can't play with your job. You've got to win at your job. That has got to be a mandate in your heart. I'm going to win in the game of office politics. I'm going to win in the game of my sales goals. I'm going to win when it comes to dominating in an industry. I'm going to win in my relationship with God. I'm not going to be a victim of my circumstances or what's going on in my family or what's going on in society. I'm going to win in my finances, and budgeting is equal to having a strategy when you're playing a sport. Budgeting helps you see where you hit the ball out of bounds. You lost the game because you hit the ball out of bounds. You ain't even serving right because you're not practicing.
Yes.
So, I'm saying that because it's so real to us right now.
It is.
So real.
It is.
Reap what you sow. Even the verse, God's not mocked. He had nothing to do with that. You lost because you didn't practice.
I was like, that's on you. No, it's true. God, don't check for me. Don't come for me on this.
Yeah.
What did we do with what he's given? So
yeah,
that's today what we wanted to share. Keep us accountable on that, on our passions and our goals. We realize it also comes with preparation and practice.
Yeah.
So we're up for it. See you in the next video.